China's increased export controls and reciprocal trade restrictions between the United States and China are a reflection of growing geopolitical tensions and the struggle for technological leadership. On July 1, 2024, Beijing announced export restrictions on aerospace equipment, engines, and key materials used in the production of body armor. According to customs data, the measures will affect exports worth about $8 billion in the first 4 months of the year. The new export restrictions are part of China's broader strategy to regulate exports of critical technologies and materials, especially those with potential military applications. The controls will be enforced by the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, together with other government departments that will oversee the licensing and regulatory process to ensure compliance with national security interests and international obligations. These measures reflect China's ongoing efforts to modernize its export control system, including improved license management, an enhanced regulatory framework, and a more coordinated enforcement process. China's decision came amid heightened geopolitical tensions and reciprocal trade restrictions. The U.S., for example, has imposed various export restrictions on Chinese companies, particularly targeting semiconductor technology and other advanced technologies critical to military and intelligence applications. Washington has expressed serious concern over China's latest announcement, viewing the move as a direct response to U.S. restrictions on technology exports to China, especially in the semiconductor sector. In response, U.S. officials have emphasized the need to counter China's growing technological capabilities, especially in areas with potential military applications. The Biden administration is likely to strengthen existing measures by tightening restrictions on the transfer of U.S. technology and capital to China's technology sector. This includes potentially adding more Chinese companies to the list of legal entities, applying the Foreign Direct Product Rule, and banning U.S. professionals from collaborating with Chinese technology companies. However, there is debate in Washington about the effectiveness and implications of these export restrictions. Some experts argue that while these measures are intended to slow China's technological advances, they may inadvertently accelerate China's efforts to achieve self-sufficiency in critical technologies, thereby spurring the development of the domestic technology industry over the long term. The broader U.S. strategy involves working with allies, especially Japan and the Netherlands, to impose similar export restrictions, providing a unified approach to limiting China's access to advanced technologies. This strategy is part of a broader geopolitical effort to preserve U.S. technological leadership and economic security in the face of growing competition from China. In addition to export controls, the Biden administration announced plans to raise tariffs on a wide range of Chinese goods under Section 301 of the Trade Act, affecting about $18 billion worth of imports. These measures affect strategic sectors such as steel and aluminum, semiconductors, electric vehicles, batteries, critical minerals, solar cells, ship cranes, and medical devices. Tariffs on these products will increase from 0% and 7.5% to 25%. The semiconductor sector is critical to the U.S. economy, and the new tariffs are designed to offset China's excess manufacturing capacity and subsidies that result in artificially low prices on Chinese exports. Tariffs on this sector will be raised from 25% to 50% by 2025. This is due to China's rapid growth in semiconductor production, which threatens U.S. market investment. The tariff increase is part of a broader strategy to strengthen the U.S. semiconductor industry through the CHIPS and Science Act, which includes a $53 billion investment in domestic semiconductor manufacturing. Electric vehicle tariffs will increase from 25% to 100% by 2025. This significant increase is intended to protect U.S. manufacturers from China's massive subsidies and non-market practices that have led to a surge in Chinese electric vehicle exports. Tariffs on lithium-ion electric vehicle batteries and other critical minerals will increase by up to 25% to offset heavy reliance on China-controlled segments of the electric vehicle battery supply chain. The new tariffs are in addition to other policies aimed at incentivizing domestic production and improving supply chain resilience. The U.S. Trade Representative has also instituted a product exemption process for equipment used in U.S. manufacturing, allowing companies to petition for tariff exemptions on specific imported products. In response to the increased tariffs imposed by the Biden administration, China has taken several major actions. China is considering imposing significant retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods, particularly on imported vehicles with larger engine displacement. This is seen as a direct response to the U.S. tariff exemption. China has also announced plans to raise tariffs on various imported goods from the U.S., including chemicals and other critical materials. The move is aimed at offsetting the economic impact of U.S. tariffs and protecting domestic industries from increased competition. The Chinese government provides massive subsidies and support to its domestic industries, especially in advanced manufacturing sectors, semiconductors, and clean energy. This support is designed to increase the global competitiveness of Chinese companies and reduce dependence on U.S. technology and markets. China is actively strengthening trade relations with the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa to mitigate the impact of U.S. tariffs and diversify its economic partnerships. This strategy includes seeking new trade agreements and expanding existing partnerships within the BRICS, which represents a significant share of the global economy. Trade between China and other BRICS countries is showing significant growth. In the first quarter of 2024, trade volume between China and BRICS countries increased by 15%, reflecting deepening economic integration and cooperation. China has signed several bilateral trade agreements with BRICS countries to reduce trade barriers and deepen economic cooperation in various sectors including agriculture, technology, and energy, promoting smoother and more efficient trade flows. China has been actively investing in infrastructure projects in BRICS countries. Through initiatives such as One Belt, One Road, China is financing and building major infrastructure facilities such as ports, railways, and highways to improve transportation connectivity and trade logistics among BRICS countries. To reduce dependence on the US dollar and mitigate the impact of US financial sanctions, China has entered into trade agreements with BRICS countries to allow the use of local currencies in mutual trade transactions, enhancing financial stability and bilateral trade. Within the BRICS framework, China has promoted multilateral initiatives to expand economic cooperation, including the establishment of the New Development Bank, NDB, which finances infrastructure and sustainable development projects in BRICS countries and other emerging economies. The NDB provides an alternative to Western financial institutions, further strengthening economic ties among BRICS countries. China cooperates with BRICS countries in technology and innovation by sharing expertise and investing in joint research and development. This cooperation aims to enhance technological capabilities and stimulate economic growth in all member countries. By focusing on these strategic areas, China aims to build a more resilient and diversified economic network that can better withstand external pressures such as U.S. tariffs. Deepening trade relations between the PRC and BRICS countries not only mitigates the impact of trade disputes, but also promotes long-term economic stability and growth for all member countries. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to put a like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss new interesting videos. I wish you a successful and productive day.